Hey everybody, it's Annette and I am excited to be here again and excited to kick off 2024 memory keeping. Very excited about this year and the opportunity to start again. So first off, I just want to say a big thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for support and kind words. It has meant so much to me. I really hope that you all have had a wonderful holiday season. I hope that you are also ready to start making stuff again. If you were able to get more done during the holidays, wonderful. If you weren't, that's okay too. I'm right there with you. I kind of just fell off the face of the YouTube and everything. I apologize for that. Was hoping and had more intentions to do everything, but it just wasn't in the cards for me this December. And, you know, lessons learned. Maybe I need to lean into that for next year, but it is what it is. And I'm excited to move onward to, like I said, begin again. All right. So that being said, let's do this. Let's welcome 2024, figure out what projects we're doing, and get started on those. So first up, enter the era of the clipboards is what I called it. Just really loving these right now. And I sketched out some of the 2024 projects that I am hoping to work on and make progress on. So first off was just hello 2024. My main intentions this year is I wish to live every minute and to live every minute, to be present, and just to make progress on more projects. So reminding myself that something is better than nothing. And I just want to also, have fun. So hopefully I can keep that in. Lead with love. Don't get overly, frustrated at myself if I can't keep up. So, yeah. More on that to come. So let's see. First one is one little word. Second is the 9x12 Project 52 or Project Weekly, a weekly Project Life project. And I think I'm just going to combine any of the story kit stuff and all of that in there. We'll see if that works. I've tried that in the past, and some years it worked, some didn't. Sometimes I needed to break out into the 6x8, and that's fine if I do. Then the next one is Project Make Progress. So, I don't know, hashtag PMP, Project Make Progress. Yeah, so I'm going to show myself some love to my past projects. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be like wallowing in shame and guilt. Just going to show myself some love and open those up, and more on that to come as well. So not giving up on you, December Daily, Weekly in the Life, old projects. I love y'all, and we got this. The bonus project is Colo and Persnickety Box, and I'm going to share more about that as we go. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm also doing like a 24 and 24 with Gretchen Rubin. And also going to slowly work on the 1,000 Hours Outside project. Other projects will probably pop up, just how it is in this community, and that's awesome. Sometimes I'm inspired to jump in. Sometimes I'll sit those out. So we'll see. I'm considering maybe including them in that one, into that Project Life one, just so I can keep the focus on it. But if I feel like doing a journal or a traveler's notebook, I'm going to do it. So there you go. There's my permission slip to do whatever makes me happy. But also give myself some constraints and some guidelines, I guess you could say. And goals, intentions, who knows. So there we go. There's my introduction. And thank you for hanging out with me. And we're done. Just kidding. No. Okay, so there you have it. That's kind of my overall goal of these projects. And I'm going to dive more into these. And then as I get going, I'll probably do additional videos on each of these as I get working on them. So let's jump in and I'll talk about these projects. Okay, so first up is my one little word project. This is a class that is taught by Allie Edwards. I have participated in this every year, and since she's had it, and then I was choosing words with her before then. And I'm also just looking back on my life, generally have enjoyed having a word as a theme for the year, or just in different phases of my life, just looking back on that. So I can see why I enjoy it so much. So last year my word was make, and it inspired me to make a lot of changes and to embrace that I am a maker. I make stuff, and thus the channel name now. And embracing imperfection and just, enjoying the journey. That's what I'm trying to do. And then that led into basically finding or being found by wish. So my word this year is wish, and I'm so excited about it and just so grateful for it. I found it, or it found me in like August or September at the library, doing a library haul, just enjoying diving into the library lately. And as part of it, I found what is called the WOOP method, WOOP, and I'll see if I can link to it in the comments. But basically, you start with a wish, and like, what is it something that you want? I'm turning the big 50 this year, so what do you wish for? What do you want? And it helps you break that down into what are the obstacles, mainly the inner obstacles that are keeping you from it, and then working on little plans to overcome it. For some reason, it works better with my brain versus the SMART goals. This one, for some reason, something clicked, and I've been using it in many ways since then. And so it was just felt really, really natural and just awesome to embrace it this year. And I'm excited to see where it leads. Wish is a very kind and loving word, and said, come on, I'm not going to say no to you guys. So, and aloha both jumped in, and they're also my companion words this year. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this, and just feeling really, really grateful for these words, and I'm excited to see where they lead this year. So how I'm approaching this is I'm in the class, and then every month there's a Zoom call or lessons and, inspiration. So basically that's what this is for. This is the journal that is offered in the class. The white folio was offered some years ago, and I stocked up on them when they had them for sale. I love that it includes I can put the journal as well as the blank journal in here. So haven't really dived into this too much yet. My sisters are actually joining me too this year. 2 of them are. And it's been really, really fun. We've been doing we started our own Zoom calls and a text message and thread, and it's been amazing. So, so anyways, this is a place where I can get messy, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So I don't always follow the prompts. Maybe I will, or I'll just write all over it, write notes, different things, just being open and date my words, just different ideas and things like that. Kind of like mind mapping also is what I do in these. So show up this month is show up, open my heart, listen, and get started. So nothing too stressful. I did write a big handwritten section 2. This is so fun to do. Allie got this kind of style from Allie. Just writing hello and welcoming my new word, getting to know it, and also inviting my other words to join me, and they're along for the ride too, and how they work a little bit differently in my life. So if you know the WOOP method, I also, in my head, I have added an S at the end, so whoops. Yeah, embrace imperfection, right? So it's trying to keep me loose and keep it fun, and just the S will stand for shine, and or say thank you. So working on gratitude and shine and share. Sharing some of this is not always easy, but can be really fun. So the next thing I will be doing in that class is working on my 6x8 binder, and just started filling it up a little bit. I got the words printed up, the cards, added a photo, imagine and have fun, closing my eyes and making a wish. And then I've got the year ahead, a few journaling cards that just inspired me. This one says, if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't step forward, you're always in the same place. And that's from Nora Roberts. So this was in one of the kits from Allie. So that, I just thought that was a fun one to what do you wish for? It's pretty amazing to sit there and ask yourself that, and to listen to your heart. And so as part of that project, this is the binder where I'm going to be kind of doing the class prompts. The other thing I'm doing with this one is I'm doing the Whoop method and making a wish every day. So this is a little, my little index cards here, a little box that I found in my Christmas stash. And I'm just basically on my index cards is writing like kind of one of the wishes. So every day I just pause and, ask myself, so it's something that I wish for. So, and then I will work on the O is outcome. So, like this one, for instance, is I wish for the courage to put out another YouTube video. I changed it during the holidays, and it's so hard to get going again. So overcoming the, quotes, failure of not finishing projects, feeling a little bit of the shame of it. There you go, working on letting that go. And another YouTube video would be a great outcome to kick off the 2024 adventures. So, and then you work through what are the obstacles that you might have, and then what's your plan to overcome it. So that's basically what I'm doing. I've done every day. And so I've got like a little star tracking system on my wall where I put a gold star up on a calendar. And then I also have one of these where you fill in the circles kind of thing. So I'm loving it. I'm loving that it's a little different. This is, not in a binder or in a journal, anything like that. And it's something that sits on my desk. And so it's super easy for me just to reach over there, grab a card, and fill it out. So if that helps, I'm excited to share that with you guys. Then the Star album, I haven't done anything with it yet, but I did buy it. That's the bad thing that I do, right? But it was on sale, right? Yeah, we know, Nettie. So this one, I was thinking it would be really fun to capture some of those wishes or some of the things that, are big for me this year. This is kind of an all about Annette album, I guess. What are my wishes? And are any of them come true this year? So that's my wishing project right there. And then this one is the Aloha. So I started this one. I've had companion words in the past. Haven't always documented them. Haven't adhered that down yet. But I just thought it was fun. I couldn't decide between the two albums if I was going to do yellow or the stars for wish. But then Aloha was like, hey, I'm here. Embrace me now and learn about me. So anyways, I'm excited. And I'm excited for the invitation for both of them and to see where these lead. So I might be working on some of the prompts concurrently, or this might be my word for next year as a main word. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I know that it was inviting me to learn about it. So it's there. And I'm very excited about it. So that is my one little word project for this year. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm excited to hear what your words are and how you are documenting or, getting to know your word this year as well. Okay, so next up is tackling it again. The Project Life. This one is a Project 52, so it's weekly and also within the bounds of a month. So I'm using the Allie Edwards stories by the month, as well as any story kit, supplies, and just stuff from my stash. And going to tackle it again this year. I'm very excited about it. have some pictures printed, guys. That's huge for me. So very excited. I'm going to talk more about that and how I've just realized that's one of my main obstacles. And so I'm working on things to overcome that. Thus, I wanted to start off with explaining Wish and how that has changed some of my mindset and how I'm approaching some of these projects. So thinking about what are my obstacles, my big obstacle on these projects is just getting my photos in hand. Long list of reasons why that has been a challenge for me, but basically I'm embracing that something's better than nothing at this point. This project is going to be, for me, it is more of a photo journal, so to speak, for me, a place to play with the crafty stuff, just a place for me to see my life reflected back to me. And yeah, I'm excited for it. I love that idea, and you know, kind of embracing that and celebrating it. It's really cool. Definitely helps me to look forward to things and just to live with more gratitude and intention. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. Like I said, I've got the title page mostly done. I still need to work on it. I might actually expand this into a little bit more intro. We'll see when I get working on it. In the stories by the month, there's a classroom now, and there's some really great content in there. So I highly recommend it, checking it out. Lisa had shown just making a little mini book from this, and I just thought it was so cute. And I love that idea to just have the clip and slide it in the pocket versus having it, you know, kind of flopping on the outside there, which I've done in the past. So yeah, just going to do something like that. So I don't even have this attached. I just have like a family photo that I had from going to see Postcard from Earth. And then I stamped all the prompts here inside. This was a stamp set from Week in the Life, and I'm like, it's got to be the same font. I mean, it lines up pretty well. So kind of excited about that. Pretty close. And so I was having fun playing around with that. I'm just going to be writing in some of the answers to those, and then just sliding it right back into the pocket there. So kind of fun. But yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to do like a monthly intro page, and then these are going to be the weeks. I was thinking the 3x4, just leaving them as that and just focusing on those and having the bigger pockets on the months. But I'm just going to say, you know what? Embrace whatever comes my way. I'm not going to, yeah, I was feeling a little bit constrained, a little too constrained with that. Because some weeks I might have more or less photos. So we'll just see how it goes. But I'm going to do like a weekly card here with stamps, and then have a little space for some journaling in there. But I don't know. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm excited for it. So I used to do a lot of Project Life. If you've been around or followed me for a long time, I even taught a class or two in it, and even a class called Catching Up with Project Life, which was, it was a challenge, but it was good. I've attempted it every year. I haven't always been sharing it lately because I was just a little frustrated with myself that I wasn't finishing projects or even getting photos in them. So basically it's just been like storage, you know, foundation pages. So that's my goal this year, is to get more photos into the pockets. Photos and pockets, just have fun with it. So this was my 2023 one. I started out doing, just this one's more monthly. I wasn't going to do weekly at all with this one. And then each month I was going to just do a big, like 3 things here. And this is just a big piece of 12 by 12 cardstock that I trimmed down to the outside the page protector size, and then just cut, you know, punched holes, and then added that in. So basically it's turned into just, I did a little bit, but a lot of it was kind of stuff of life, a place for me to stick some of those things. And like, I still have one of the kits in there. So what I would love to see this next year is more photos in these pockets. So with my 2024 one. And then if I do that, then I'm going to go back and be working on these old ones as well. So that's my idea for the Project Life this year. Excited to see in here, are you guys doing it? Have you guys been keeping up with it? And if so, like what size and how are you approaching it? I'd love to hear about your progress and plans. Okay, and for the last main category, I was going to say, and for the additional projects, I might just put them in that other 9x12. That's why I was saying I'm going to welcome other sizes and stuff, because like if I do some of the story play or pieces of life type projects, then those will go maybe in there. We'll see. So to be honest with you, I did this whole video yesterday, so I'm actually reshooting it because I hadn't included these as a main one. And I think it was because I was sad that I hadn't done more. I was. And you know what? As I opened them up and I talked through them, I just remembered how much I love them. And I was like, you know what? I am going to work on these this year. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to show these projects some love. And tell you a funny story. My daughter is really good at finishing projects. She's like the opposite of me. It's amazing. I'm learning so much from her. And I asked her today, I said, wow, you really stick with these projects, and it's just amazing what an amazing quality that you have with it. And she told me how much she just feels bad if she doesn't, in a way, like they are wanting to be made. And it's basically, in her words, showing them love, letting them come to be. And I was like, whoa, mind blown. Mind blown. So reframing how I'm looking at these even more. Like I'd already kind of been on that journey, and now it's like, I'm showing these love, guys. Showing lots of love. The only way through it is love. And I think you have to show yourself love and show these projects love. I just very honored to be that kid's mom. So yeah, and I'm constantly learning. So this is my 2023 week in the life. Now, week in the life usually happens around May. The product launch is in March. So I need to really kind of wrap my brain around how I'm going to work these into my schedule to actually make them happen. I have a lot of, like I said, I'm a dreamer, sometimes not the best doer and following through. So that's where Wish is coming in. So I'm going to do some work on that and see where I can fit these in and how I'm going to fit these in and how I'm going to work on them. Like I said, my biggest one of my biggest roadblocks is the photos, getting them in hand. And I have a few solutions for that this year. So these are all test prints that I just printed on our, normal everyday printer that I don't trust with photos at all. Kind of thing. But it works to kind of fill the pockets and get me going. And gives me an idea of what they might look like. And that way I can feel more confident when I order them. I think that's one of my things I'm going to have to work on and let go of, or just keep doing this as far as like doing test prints on them and seeing what's going to work. So I've got my week in the life. This is my 2023 one. I know I'm going to probably love and want to do the one this next year, and so I just love tackling these. I love the invitation. Some weeks I've just picked up my camera and just started it, even on my own, because it helps me to capture so much of life in a different way. And I love that. So this year, this was a 10x8 album, and I have notes in my stash, in my journals and stuff like that, where I write notes down. So, and I think on my computer this year, I did a lot in the notes app on the computer every night. So then it's just a matter of getting them into this, and then, working on finishing it up. So that's what I think you'll see some content from me is working on that kind of stuff. So yeah, just kind of seeing what I have done so far. Yeah, got some work to do on these. So this is May 7th. Yep. I really like this designs. The black and white with pops of color. That's so me. I love it. Yeah, I love all the hand scripted transparencies for the days. Just a simple formula of like a template, big photo, and more of a collage. The 4x4s, the Polaroids, and just the prompt of learning. Fun fact, this is when we kicked off our library. Our love of the library this year. So it's been really fun. Yeah, so that is my week in the life from 2023. I know I'm going to probably want to do 2024. So my goal is to get more progress done on this before then. And if I do, then my reward's going to be able to justify buying any more of the kits. I think my negative reward is going to be if I don't finish, I might have to just set this one out as far as the products and just say, use your stash, which might be really fun too. But that is Week in the Life. Similar case for my December daily. It lived on my table over there, and in December, I deconstructed some of the things I had put together. But then I also started doing, again, like the test prints and started a little bit of journaling. So I did a little bit. And I added some stuff. And I wrote down like the story that I'm going to be using for that one. And honestly, it feels like a mess to me right now. So kind of like all my Christmas decorations, right? So they were all over the place. They were just all over my desk, and I just couldn't make stuff. So one of the things I'm working on is every night cleaning off my desk, and that way I can be more clear-headed and start fresh in the morning. So I did a few things, but nothing that was able to be shared. But this one was fun. Going to see Elf in the theater. That was fun. So it's just basically like that. I have a few things of the stuff of life, and then I'm not even sure what else I did. It feels like this. This year felt like this. It was amazing. It was awesome. We lived it up with Elf this year. But my project feels like that a bit. So definitely need to show some love to this one. And again, I think my goal, my reward, if I can make progress on this to some degree, to a certain extent, it will be to be able to get the new releases next year. Otherwise, be happy with my stash. I don't know. What do you guys use for rewards and motivation for finishing on projects? I would love to hear if you have any tips or suggestions. Please share. I'd love to hear it. So, okay. Hopefully that has been inspiring to you as far as not giving up on these. I'm not ready to give up on them. No reason to. I'm just going to be slowly working on them as I'm working on these other projects. And yeah, whenever I find out more, whenever I make more progress on those, and if I have some insights to share, I'm going to be happy to share them. And yeah, let's do this together. Let's make some progress. Let's show ourselves and some of these projects some love and make some progress on them. Okay, and so last I wanted to share the passion project that I'm going to be working on this year. And by that, I mean, I've seen it and heard of it in, different photography communities and, different artist communities where it's really not something that a lot of people do maybe, or it's something that it just means a lot to you personally. And that's what these are for me. So no one may want to watch this. No one may be interested in this type of scrapbooking at all. And that's okay because this is for me and my family. And I am just so excited to get into these more this year. My goal is to make more progress on these albums in particular. These are my gifts, my love letters to my family. This is, hopefully not putting too much pressure on myself there, but basically I'm going to be using the persnickety box photos. So let me show you these guys. So my goal is to get more of these. I have a backlog of these. and I'm jumping ahead of myself with the photo solutions, um, but my goal with this album in particular is to get my persnickety box photos out of the boxes and into the album. So there's nothing wrong with storing them like this though. Number one. So the persnickety box is from Persnickety Prints, and it's a subscription that you can do where you basically use the app to swipe your photos into the box. And then when you get all 30 of them filled, you close the box and then you get your photos in the mail. And they are high quality, real photographs, not, inkjet printed from the home computer at all. I have photos from them since my 2010 December Daily album that was printed with them outside of the page protector that have a lot of white on them, and there's like no yellow. Whereas I have had other projects printed at home, similar things, and within a year or two they were yellowing. So that frustrated me for a long time, and I'm having a hard time overcoming it. Because just getting into the flow, even though this is easy to do, it's just making that decision of what do I want to put in these, because, they're not free. I'm paying for them and I want them to be good. So, I am an affiliate with them. If you are interested, I do have a link, but these are for me. This is my, my love is these little photos. I love them. I just haven't quite figured out how I wanted to use them or what exactly I was doing with these photos. But I have a solution this year, and I'm really excited to test it out more and see if this is going to work. So these are going to be what I would say is my family adventure albums, is how I'm doing it. And basically going to be doing inspired by my grandma's scrapbook, right? So the persnickety box photos were inspired by Shari's mom's her photos from her childhood. And so my grandmother was also a scrapbooker and created an amazing, amazing scrapbook. Had a lot of this type of photos in it, with photo corners and just little, index cards with captions. So I imagine things like, having, this is a Colo album. As you can see, I need to commit and get some work on them. But basically, it's going to be so simple that I can do it. But also so simple that the perfectionist in me was overthinking it. So that is my obstacle, is to stop overthinking and just get doing. So I want to do simple photos, white cardstock, and words. If I do anything else in here, awesome. If not, I don't want it in here, honestly. I want stuff of life, our photos, and words. That's what I want in here. Maybe some washi tape, photo corners, that sort of thing. Brochures, stuff of life, that sort of thing. Not anything manufactured. I really don't want anything manufactured in here. I want our life in here. So this is what my family loves, is they love the photos. They don't really care about all the crafty. They think it's cool that I like it, but this is more, that's why I say it's more of a love letter to them, versus the crafty ones are for me to play with. But I love playing with these too. So there's nothing wrong with any of them. I'm not saying that scrapbooking is bad. The way we do it, I love it all. But I'm just wanting to try this. So I've had this in my heart to do this and test it out for a while now, and just didn't have the courage to do it. I don't know why. Maybe the perfectionist in me overthinking it, that's probably what it was. So I'm just going to do like a different color every year. Plus they had the albums on back order for a long time, and they just came out with some new colors. So these are Colo albums, K-O-L-O. This is the largest one. Colo.com. You can check them out. And this is the largest one. They have a smaller one, 8.5 by 11. That's great too. Let me see if I can find that one. This is the smaller one. You can see the two different sizes there. This is my daughter's that she just loves. She picked it up and just ran with it. So this is her album. This is her December daily. So this is kind of what, you know, I'm embracing and thinking would be really fun, is just, you know, good classic old school scrapbooking. I love it. It makes me so happy. And yeah, and she's loving it too. I think she even loves this the most, though. She loves that one with her Polaroids. I got her a Polaroid camera, which I have stolen most of the time. Just kidding. But they also have a small 4x6 one that is the it's NOCI album, and it's really cool too. So I started to make this for our friends, and then she was like, I love it. So I might make them more of a photo book, I'm thinking, from one of our trips together. And yeah, you can just take your little persnickety box photos, slip them in, and then what's cool about this, instead of doing it with 4x6, is you've got room for a caption there to handwrite that in if you want as well. Or you could print them at 4x6 and put them in there. But for a trip or something like that, these are really, really fun. It holds 24 photos, and they have a box where 12 of these albums fit in it. So that would be another photo solution if you are more interested in just getting photos in a small book instead of doing all the more, you know, crafty scrapbooking type of stuff. I just love these. So, and she just loves these. I think there's something to be said about having photos in hand, you know, off the phone and into your life this way. It's so fun. And I really like just seeing them. You know, she's hanging out there with her friends, and then a little bit to finish there. So that's from one of our trips. We did a lot of trips, and so have a lot to do on those. So that's one solution that can be fun. It's just embracing small photo books and photo albums, you know, things like that too. That it doesn't have to be, you know, some big grand and glorious scrapbook, and that's what I'm trying to remind myself of as well. So this would be great though for enlargements as well as the 4x4s. So that's my passion project, is working on and making progress on my family adventure albums too. So yeah, just think they're so pretty. I love the cloth, and they're just so beautiful on the bookshelf. You can get additional pages and add them in with the posts as well. So if you're interested in those, let me know. I do think I will start with sharing some of my progress with these, but yeah, you might, I don't know, we'll see. So let me know if you're interested in this type of scrapbooking. I'd love to hear if you are. All right, so the last segment I wanted to do was just do a little chat here about what are those obstacles and that might come up. So if these are my wishes to get these projects going, the outcome is feeling how awesome it's going to be to actually have photos I love and stories I love in an album that I can enjoy, and enjoying the process of making them. Whether it's crafty or not crafty, it's all good. And so how can I make this happen? If this is something that I truly desire and want, if this is a wish, what are my obstacles? So one of my obstacles is just not having my photos in hand. So multiple layers of that, reasons why. But one of the solutions that I am leaning into, I did it. I broke down and bought the little Epson PictureMate PM 400. These are the one recommended by Allie Edwards, and you can go to her Amazon storefront and get the link there. But it is it's the way I'm doing little 4x6s right now for my project. So what I've been doing is using there's an app on the iPhone called Print to Size. kidding. I'm going to bring it up again. So here's the photography section. Let me move that down just a touch. See if I can get that in focus. So print to size here, and basically you add your photo onto the canvas. You can change the canvas size, and you can drag and drop and crop your photos to print, and then just hit print, and it sends to your printer if it's on the Wi-Fi, and easy. So they've looked really good so far. I'm excited to get them going. Overcoming my perfectionism and just I'm grateful to have them. And that's where I'm going to go with it. So I'm excited to do that. I think this will help get me in my photos more, get me editing them. I use PicTapGo is another app that I use the most for editing. It's this yellow one. And it's really easy to edit with that one. You just change the different sliders and can get different, brighten it up basically is mostly what I have to do to get it to print right. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing, is using the Epson PictureMate PM400, and then that will help get me just in my photos and printing something. Something's better than nothing. The other thing too is I definitely still love my persnickety box photos, and I have a backlog of these that I need to order. So that's my goal with my passion project, is to get those ordered. And then the project life will also probably be an overflow for those that I don't necessarily want to use all in that other album or albums. But these tend to be more trips and just events, going out to the sunflower market together, where I might take a lot. I might take my big camera and just have fun with it. And I want a place for those, and my family loves to see them too. So that's mainly what I'm doing with those. And then, yeah, and then I can order enlargements from Persnickety as well, and just keep with that flow for now. I don't want really to invest in a bigger printer here yet. What I would like to do is keep using Persnickety prints, because I've just been so happy with their quality over the years. They've been the only one for me that hasn't had yellowing. So yeah, I think it's worth it. It's just getting a new flow. So working over those obstacles, coming up with a plan, and then, making it happen. So that's my biggest thing, is getting those photos in hand for these projects, and then making time to put it all together. So I think that's my other thing, is figuring out my schedule and just figuring out how I'm going to and when I'm going to get it done. So no promises as far as a schedule on this. I would love to say that I could do that, but as we've seen, I'm not always great at doing that. But so yeah, I don't want to put pressure on myself to commit to that, but I do want to make more, and I hope to have a lot more videos this year. I hope to share my process and progress with these projects, and then also, cheer you guys on too, and see what you guys are making, and hear what's working for you. All right, so time to get to, what is it? What is the quote? The way to get started is to stop talking and to get started, or something like that. So with that, I'm going to stop talking and get started. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if this is something you're interested in, is seeing these progress on these projects and watching them unfold. I appreciate your support and for being here. And yeah, let's get excited. Let's get making stuff together. We'll see you soon.